Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another video. Glad you're here. Not gonna lie, I'm super late on this video. I'm recording. It's midnight, so if I'm kind of whispering, I'm gonna boost up the audio a little bit, but if I'm whispering, that's why. I'm trying to be respectful out here. Anyways, you know what's up. I'm working on my series Bible yet again, and this time I'm working on the Sunbeasts. And, you know, I'm still trying to get on that grind. I'm trying to get this dang thing done because, geez, man, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Addiction has gotten out of control. I'm gonna keep it real. I've just been lazy lately, but y'all already know that, so let's get into it. So far what I have is, you know, of course, the main three characters. I have them written down. I have their art. And now what I need is the Sunbeasts. Now, I do need to have some side characters, but I think that'll have to wait for now. Also because I haven't really thought of any side characters, which I definitely should. As, you know, the characters are going to need to talk to people beyond themselves. And, it's becoming so much. But, you know, it's okay. I'm working on the Sunbeasts right now. It's going well. And oh boy, these guys are going to be something. So in my series, I have these creatures known as the Sunbeasts. And I know there's going to be a lot of missing context for all of these, but just bear with me. So the Sunbeasts in my story, they're these creatures that are roaming the Earth's barren landscape. They can be highly aggressive when provoked, and they have been humanity's greatest threat apart from the sun. In this world, when a large solar flare increased the radioactivity on Earth, like organic matter and Earth itself begin to fuse into one another, creating these beasts. The Sunbeasts take on animal-like forms and emit a glow from under their hard, black, rocky exterior. They have a pack mentality, and they have been the cause of collapsed domes in the past. And yeah, these beasts are kind of going to be like the main, I don't know what to call them, like the main antagonist. They're not really the antagonist, I guess. You know what I mean? Because they're not like one person or something. I don't know. I guess they're just some sort of opposition against the group, as the group is going to go outside the dome very frequently and run into these creatures. There's going to be many variations of these beasts, hopefully, once I start to get a grip on how to draw them. And, speaking of how to draw them, that's currently one of my struggles. So for those of you who are new here, I have been drawing these guys for a very long time. They first appeared, I actually drew them a long time ago in my pitch Bible, and they weren't too bad. And I think they got the point across of what I want for, these creatures. And then I had one that was in a more bipedal beast looking creature, and I had a dog version of him or them. And actually, I'll show it right here. This is how I originally drew them. However, when it came to animating these creatures for my senior short film, my professor brought it up to me that this would be a pain to animate, which of course, she was completely right. But gosh darn, I really had to simplify it so much. And for those of you here who have seen my senior short, and I'll put the link up top in the right-hand corner if you would like to go take a look and check it out. But yeah, in my senior short, I have my Sunbeasts in there, and they're so simple in their animated form. And, I'll admit, this is not the vision for them. It was not the vibe and not at all what I wanted them to look like, but it did make them very easy to animate. I was very underwhelmed by them, but oh my God, I'm looking at them again. Oh, geez. And they don't even look it's kind of interesting. They don't look too off-putting. If I saw them in the desert, I'd kind of stop and be like, oh dang, I won't go over there. But in this series, they're supposed to be menacing and threatening and all that. So I'm trying to come up with some better designs that are still animatable, yet give off the vibe that these are molten rock monsters. And luckily, to my surprise, there are actually a good amount of examples in animation already of molten rock monsters. The first one that I'm taking a look at is one from Amphibia. By the way, Amphibia spoilers if you care. 3, 2, 1. But in Amphibia, which is a fantastic show, by the way, they come across a lava cave when they're looking for one of the gems that they're trying to find for the music box. And they come across this huge frog-like molten rock monster. And he's super cool. Like his design is super cool. It's really interesting. It's kind of weird that he has a leotard. But yeah, this is pretty on point of like what I'm looking for. You can see the areas where there's rocks coming out of him, and you can see the cracks where the lava peeks through, but he still does look a bit too cartoony, but there are some elements that I like. The next reference I was looking at was from Steven Universe. And yeah, I guess, by the way, again, Steven's Universe spoilers, turn back now if you care. But okay, 3, 2, 1. But Obsidian is another good example of, she is a good example. However, she looks too smooth. What I mean by that is like, from her name, I get that she is like molten rock, but she doesn't really show it too much aside from like the colors and like the kind of like the cracks all around her body. But I don't really get that she is a rock monster, even though I know what, she is that, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And yeah, she's what I do like about her is design though is I do like the colors, and I know that they're very similar to like the frog guy, but I don't know, I just like her color palette a little bit more. And so the next couple of references that I was looking at were just like concept art images and stuff, which are like, it's cool, but like they're kind of like rendered realistically and stuff. And I really want to emphasize like the glowing from these guys. And then I remembered probably like the best example of what I really want to go for, which is Heat Blast from Ben 10. The way that his body is broken up into different sections and the way it still seems like humanoid, but also like not, is exactly what I think I want to go for. And so in this illustration, you're probably going to see the difference, hopefully. I started drawing something kind of from memory, kind of how I like the simple version, but a little bit better, but that wasn't working out. So I started referencing Heat Blast. And now, yes, I am taking a bit from the style, but I'm hoping that, I'll start to stray away from humanoids and start experimenting with different animals. And I think I can start adapting my style into the drawings of the creatures, and hopefully something really cool will come out of that. I do have some concerns about animating these guys, but, I'll worry about that when I have to worry about it. At the very least, Ben 10 showed me that it's possible, so I'll probably watch like a Heat Blast compilation and see how he's animated, see what they're doing and what shortcuts they're taking, so I can animate the beasts hopefully a little better. And yeah, so this is what I have so far. I don't have it in color just yet, but I am liking how the sketch is coming out, so eventually I'll go and do the line art and the color and everything. But yeah, I do want to have maybe like 3 Sunbeasts in my series Bible just to show the range, or maybe 2. I want for sure like a giant golem looking guy, and then the shorter like dog version. I have their descriptions done, and it was pretty much all that I said earlier in the video, just like some of the words are mixed around. And yeah, this is what I have so far. I do got to get back on top of things so I can start exploring more of these drawings and practice them, but and y'all, it could be so difficult sometimes. And I started going to the gym too, which I'm really glad I am, but like, oh man, there's just so much I have going on, but you guys know that, and I'm not quitting and I'm not giving up. Even if I do have to record this at 1 a.m, I'm so tired. But I want to draw, especially with fall coming up, but let's see what happens. And I'm not going to get stressed. Let's not get too stressed. I'm going to get too stressed. Jesus. Okay. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you to all the sweethearts out there that are leaving kind words and well wishes for me in the comments. I really appreciate it. So yeah, like, subscribe, do all of that fun YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, homies, or good night.